We all know the benefits of drinking water and keeping the body hydrated. Drinking alkaline water helps improve the blood's viscosity, which in turn helps the blood flow more efficiently through the body. DK Spring Water is alkaline water. DK Spring Water, bottled at the head of the springs in pristine Buff Bay, Portland. Available in 280 milliliters, 500 milliliters, 1.5 liter and 5-gallon bottles. Call 627-9114 to order yours today. DK Spring Water. Taste it, know it, love it.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Open Gate Show for Saturday, May 6th. So a lot is in the air, not only in our local horse racing, but in all aspects of life. Before I get to the races, I'm going to make a comment or a revelation. If I'm speaking for myself, well, so be it. The racing equation for a racehorse trainer, 99.8% of the so-called small trainers have to make a deal with who he has horses for. Something like the owner pays the groom by seeds, grass and hay, sawdust, blacksmith, vaccine, vet bills, and maybe supplements and the likes. Yes, some will pay when you call them to do all that. An owner who will pay the small trainers the proposed fee, unlike what the so-called big trainers get, they will quickly stop after a while and revert to the deal where only basic needs for their horses are met. The reason for that is even though the daily rate obtained by the big stable trainers and set for the small trainers as well, whatever the small trainer gets, he can never manage as it costs more, especially leading up to a race. What makes this matrix unfair is primarily due to a few things. One, the so-called big trainer has money galore coming in every week. He has gifts from owners where they will arbitrarily bring in a case of tonic or whatever supplement, as well as other requisites. Two, big stable trainers obviously will win more races, and owners there can wager to keep themselves buoyant, especially paying their bills and keeping their family happy. The long list goes on, but due to time, I will limit what is the main issues that affecting the small trainer. But before I leave, I should say small trainer doesn't have multiple checks coming in weekly or even monthly, and he ain't getting much, if anything, from training fees. Well, he has to juggle what he gets and stay afloat with outside help. With all that, he is likely not to be trusted by those he's training for. Horsemen loves horses and love the game and are special people. When an owner starts to mistrust as well as make demands that add stress to one's life, but due to wanting to stay in the game because horses are his life. For me, I have one who's supposed to be a friend and a partner, but his behavior makes me not want to trust no one except the Almighty. Stress feeds all type of health issues, and bearing the weight as I'm trying to be Christ-like. Yes, I am not perfect, but bearing the weight makes me now reaching a point where I'm thinking of training only one horse. Gas, toll, and other personal expenses have to be dealt with. It's a darn bad feeling when us trainers are wrongfully treated by some owners. It's really hurtful, and I'm not afraid to speak out on that. DK Water President, may God bless you and family. Let's get to the race meet for tomorrow. 10 race card. Approximate post time is 11:45. They go 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. It's a made special weight race for native bred fillies only. Section 1, 10 declared. Number 1 Noisy Lady was quietly whispered last out, but ran one pace and could perform better on the turn. Number 2, Bella Soul, small filly who found the goings too quick and should be better suited to this trip. Number 4, The Love of God, most experienced horse here and continues to have the rider Javelin Patterson aboard. Number 5, Digital Light, youthful filly who should find a spot in the top 4. Number 6, May Sellington, got beat by 2 out-of-class horses last time when first-time Lasix and tongue-tie were applied. That is on the 23rd of April, going 6 furlongs. Up with the leaders and finished third, 3 3/4 length from Sure to Ben and God Still Loves Me. May Sellington should know better these, surely. Number 7, a debutant, Simply Sensational, born the 19th of April, a Chester filly by Sensational Slam out of Simply Outrageous by Takara. SMS Camp owns, Alfred Brown trains, Oliver Street, the breeder, Arthur Langley, veteran jockey, he is the groom. Linton Stedman will ride. Simply Sensational, coming along, but not yet my fancy, at least, to get into the top 3. Number 8, Sugar Sugar, gets the combination of tongue tie and the figure 8, plus the champion jockey, Dane Dawkins, tomorrow. Can get in the lower exotics. Again, number 9, Wayne's Princess, looking up and could get in the reckoning. Number 6 for me, May Sellington, from number 9, Wayne's Princess. Number 2, Bella Soul. Number 5, Digital Light. Number 4, The Love of God. Race 2 has 7 declared. 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs will be the distance. The restricted allowance 4. Eligible are native bred 5 and up who has only won twice, and imported 5 and up who has only won once. Number 1, Maya, should rebound to have a placing on the board now that the first time cheek pieces that she had on and ran poorly are removed. Anthony Thomas stays. Number 2, Sensational Ending, didn't break well from the gates and last, but closed rapidly. That was on the 22nd of April, going 7 furlongs. With the return of Lasix, closed rapidly to be second, 3 lengths behind Rod the Indian. Number 4, Traditional Boy, better suited to this distance now and can get in the top 2 if focused to run. Number 5, Stan Solano, groping to find form. Number 7, Pro Johnny, feeling good stead in the mornings, going through his exercise gallop. Number 2, Sensational Ending. Number 4, Traditional Boy. Number 1, Maya. Number 7, Pro Johnny. Pro Johnny could factor in the top 2 or 3. Third race, 7.5 furlongs or 1,500 meters. 8 declared for Thrilled It Up. It's a claiming race, $800 to $1 million. Number 3, Shaboom, under new management now, but needs a hot pace to run at. Not much of that is present in this race. Number 3, Uncle Frank returns off a surgeon. Number 4, Daddy Jones, working okay for new connections and could go pole to pole. Number 5, INI Links, ran okay on the 18th of February. 18th of February going this very trip of 7.5 furlongs against Nemesis is here. Finished fourth by 3 3/4 lengths to Daddy Jones, Secret Traveler, and Shaboom. Both horses are in this race, and Ryan Darby links Tevin Foster to handle the task. Number 6, another bullet, 11-year-old who still has a few more bullets to fire, but against these has to come good. Number 7, Sir John could close on the tiring ones to get a placing on the board. Number 5, Anna Links. Number 4, Daddy Jones, top 2. Number 2, Shaboom to close. Number 7, Sir John, also will be closing for a minor spot. 7 horses again are declared for race 4. 1,000 meters straight or 5 furlongs straight. 3 and up. Optional claim is 300 to 400,000. A native bred 6 and up who hasn't won 4 races, and imported 6 and up who has only won twice. Those are eligible for this. Number 2, whatever fit mare who could find a placing on the board. Number 3, Monaco gets back to figure 8 after working very well on Saturday the 1st of April, when he gallops out the straight, first 4 and 48 and 3/5, putting up in 104 and a 5th. Number 5, 777. Change of stables, well, it's interesting. Should I would say in this suspected set of horses. Number 6, Bull Sammy. I don't think that horse will be running. Number 7, El Gringo, back from a sojourn. Ran only twice very early last season. Both were poor performances. Trainer Donovan Russell, his horses are well kept, and the tote will show what you can expect from this one. Number 3, Monaco. Number 5, 777. Number 2, whatever. Number 7, El Gringo. The Open Gate Show goes for a break and will return for race 5.
We all know the benefits of drinking water and keeping the body hydrated. Drinking alkaline water helps improve the blood's viscosity, which in turn helps the blood flow more efficiently through the body. DK Spring Water is alkaline water. DK Spring Water, bottled at the head of the springs in pristine Buff Bay, Portland. Available in 280 milliliters, 500 milliliters, 1.5 liter and 5-gallon bottles. Call 627-9114 to order yours today. DK Spring Water. Taste it, know it, love it.
Welcome back to the Open Gate Show. Race 5 goes 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight. 9 declared for 5-year-olds and up. Optional claimers 150 to 180,000, and native bred 6-year-olds and up who was only won once. Number 1, Radical, a possibility. Number 2, Poker Star, not sure of his well-being, but Tevin Foster is on. Number 4, My Smoky, fitter now and has speed, which is really advantage going over the straight course. Number 5, Sir Frederick, 57 kilos, and Ryan Lewis in good form and has stringed 2 wins recently. Fit 13-year-old and I think this horse has a very good chance, as he could be the soundest of the lot. Number 6, Sharp Skirt, 10-year-old mare who, if breaking from the gates, will be a dangerous contender. Did I say if? Yes, I did say if. Number 7, Contractor. What remains here remains there, if you know what I mean. Number 9, Money Marshall, was a length behind he. Contractor has back class and has speed and should be on the board. Number 9, Money Marshall, came a length behind number 7, Contractor, on April 1st, and comes back 4 weeks later and won easily. Number 5 for me, though, Sir Frederick, from number 4, My Smoky, number 7, Contractor, number 9, Money Marshall, all should be in the mix. Number 1, Radical, should be there too. Race 6, 14 declared. It's a maiden condition race for native bred 4s and up. 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight. Number 1, Wildfire, gets Anthony Thomas. Number 6, Rose of the Warrior, has good form cycle. and that says plenty for her winning chances here. Number 8, Squeak, race once due to several issues that he has, returned off a long hiatus with hopes of doing better when he faces the starter tomorrow. Number 10, King Rick, been looking improved since last race. Number 12, Friend of the Family, makes his seasonal debut with hardly any workouts on the exercise track. Well, at least reported. However, is seen it's viewed with more muscle on this grey gelding and looking very focused, high speed and well drawn. Number 13, Jack of Spades, a debutant, 4-year-old Dark Bay Colt by Here Comes Ben, by Proud Again, by Awesome Again, New Blue Limited, owns Michael Marlowe trains New Blue Limited, also bred this one, Kenneth Brown the groom, Ryan Blake the rider, well-built colt who can run and could factor somewhere in the top 5. Jack of Spade could factor somewhere in the lower part of, well, in the top 5, as he's reported to be of much use. Number 14, Hansa, another speedy sort here, and has Omar Walker in the saddle with a favorably posed position. Number 12, Friend of the Family. Number 14, Hansa. Number 6, Rosa the Warrior, top 3. Number 1, Wildfire. Number 10, King Rick. Well, obviously, I would love my horse to run. I hope he runs in surprise. Race 7, named in honor to Lady Gita. This is the Lady Gita Trophy. Chestnut mare, owned by Mrs. Nagrani, Wilbert Simpson train, and this horse was a versatile filly indeed. 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters, they go, 7 declared. It's the greatest stakes open allowance race for children up. Number 2, Emperor of the Cats, very light and can get a minor slot in the top 4 or 5. Number 3, She's My Destiny, looking fit and focused on the exercise track and has little to fear, even with the import of 57 kilos. Number 4, stablemate of She's My Destiny, that's Madeline Sunshine, came back to form with an easy win on the 10th of April, going 5.5 furlongs in pole-to-pole fashion, finishing a fast time of 1:15 and 3/5, beating Brinks and Freedom Street. Continued to look her useful self since that last race and should factor somewhere. Number 6, stablemate of Madeline Sunshine, King Arthur, should get on the board, as he's very fit. These top races are dominated by just a few trainers who have multiple entries. And going back to my point, where I am saying that they are the ones who are making everything out of racing. And it's good, because it is there for them to take, so. But the smaller guys, anyway, so much for that. I'm expecting Jason Acosta to finish 1, 2, 3 here. Number 3, She's My Destiny, from number 6, King Arthur, and number 4, Madeline Sunshine. Number 2, Emperor of the Cat, could fill the 4th slot. 8 race, 11 declared, made a special weight race. Section 2 is for native trio fillies only, 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. Number 1, NPR's Lynx. Gets go to rider Ryan Lewis for Jason Acosta. Discard last race, and she has a say to win. Number 2, Show Me Busher. Interesting, Anthony Thomas gets the call for her seasonal debut. Number 3, She's a Mirage, back. Well, this horse is back after breaking awkward when quietly fancied last out on the 22nd of April, going 5 furlongs straight with apprentice Daniel Thompson. Finished 7th, 12 lengths behind City Hawk, Bella Soul, and Digital Light. and after breaking awkwardly, it was bounced around and had to be meandering all over and would have run much closer, barring those. Goes well for this apprentice, Anthony Allen. So, be careful. Number 4, Lady Karma, a debutant, born the 20th of April, to be fitted by legal process out of Lady Rakwale by Gold Alert from Mr. Farm. All the sources from Williams trains and Williams Jagai ODJP. He bred this one to Spencer the groom. Omar Simpson will ride. Needs more time to get in contention for a top 3 placing just now, but could get into the low exotic slot in your high 5. Number 5, Answer My Prayers. Did caught my eyes on Sunday. Last Sunday, that is the 30th of April, when looking fluent, galloping 5 runs, 103 and 2/5 with stablemate. Number 7, Little Miss Nisha. The track and pool preview says crutched in intended debut, look well at exercise prior and can run well. Well, very interesting. Not much is seen in the track and pool regarding this horse is exercise preparation for this race or the race before, where he was a late on starter anyway. Number 10, Power of Her Highness. Gets blinkers off, figure it on, and worked well without those on Sunday, the 30th of April. Galloped 3 furlongs in 37 flat. An improved display is in the offering. Number 1, MPR's Links. Number 5, Answer My Prayer. Number 3, She's a Mirage. Number 10, Power of Her Highness. Number 2, Show Me the Butcher. The penultimate race. The greatest stakes, nearly bred Triol Fillies, only 13 declared. These horses are classic aspirants. They'll be going 7.5 furlongs or 1,500 meters. Number 3, All for Love, bettered by number 2, Showgirl. Number 2, Showgirl, again from the stables of Jason Acosta. Jason Acosta really supports the race card plenty. And for me, I don't care what anybody want to say, but the trainers who are having so many horses entering, they should get as much stalls as possible. I know I'll take a flack for that. Anyway, let's get back to racing. Number 4, Princess Sharon. Well trained by the much underrated trainer who has that fits for Gillespie, who knows all about classic victories, both as a rider and a trainer. This trainer has been doing very well with his small string, and it's a wonder. Lots of the good trainers are sidelined in getting horses. Can't understand, but I guess we're in the era for that. Number 5, Ira's Reign, nearly surprised on the 22nd of April going a mile when tried to make it pole to pole at 17-1, finished second, a length and a half behind Rhythm Buzz. We'll have first time Lasix now and should improve, but this is a different kettle of fish. But I'm still expecting an improved effort. But she has to come off the pace for sure. Number 6, Brownskin Girl, just coming to hand, but has a lot against her at present. And somehow I think this horse is going to get into the top 5. Or when I say the top 5, I'm talking the minor segment of the top 5. Number 7, Bootylicious, light to train, unbeaten filly who meets nemesis Talita and Mamma Mia on ridiculous terms, 57 kilos, and this horse will be allowing these horses weight this time around. But this Bootylicious is really a precocious sort and can manage the conditions for what was once the Guinness trial, which this race represents, makes the leading horse in, well, for here, the leading filly has to carry the weight and allow opponents accordingly. So that's the reason why. When the big one comes, the Guineas, the 1,000 Guineas, they'll be sitting level. Number 9, Mamma Mia, one of the champion trainers, Jason Acosta's 6-pronged entry here. She is more muscled now and working very well. Seems to be one who has to lead to do her best, and she will have a lot of company on the headline, including Danny Post favorite, number 7, Bootylicious. Number 13, Talita, working well. Minus Omar Walker for this. And I've noticed Omar Walker seemingly out of the Costa camp. Anyway, we have the champion jockey Dane Dawkins, and have the privilege to sit behind Bootylicious, Mamma Mia, and company, who should be on the headline, and hope that they will collapse and take advantage for a victory. Number 7, though, Bootylicious. Number 13, Talita. Number 9, Mamma Mia. Number 3, All for Love. Number 6, Brown Skin Girl. Final race, 14 declared. The restricted allowance 4. Eligible are native bred 4s and up was only won twice, and imported 4s and up was only won once. 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs. Number 1, General Chief, ran below my expectations when venturing around the curve last out. When he was up in class, an improving sort, and should run well again. Number 2, Susan Sister K, stretching out with hopes of controlling the pace. Not sure she will have that though. Number 3, Monsieur Blue, ran well on last, 15th of April, going 6.5 furlongs. Was up with the speed and stayed on to be second, 3 lengths behind Whiskey. General Chief was a length behind in third. Number 4, Real Boss, still fit and could get in the top 5. Should be a dangerous horse. Number 6, Flammer, continues to flatter on the exercise track, but deceive in his racing last twice. He ran out the straight, capable of better indeed, and it's interesting now on the curve what will be what. Number 8, Gilbert, another who is capable of fighting this out if he is okay. Number 9, Sunset Silhouette, consistent forward who is finding it tough in the non-winners of 3 category. Number 10, Jupiter Man, can close again for a very low exotic spot. Number 11, Shadow Fox, may get in the lower segment of your top 5. Number 6, Slammer. Number 8, Gilbert. Number 5, The Real Boss, top 3. Number 1, General Chief. Number 9, Sunset Silhouette for the minor placing. Join me tomorrow night, hopefully, with my aim of helping with your selections. Take care and good luck.